What a beautiful day. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow and Thursday. Yeah. 50 millimeter 101 Duro. 50 millimeter 101 Duro. Got the park to ourselves again. Kind of windy. Look at the flag. Flag is swinging. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Number 253. 123. That's in Lao, okay? 1, 2, 3, 123. Anyway, today is 253. It is Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. About 2:30. California time, West Coast. It's kind of cool today, 60 degrees. Yeah, man. Awesome. All right, man. As you can see in the title, Jalen Hurts. If you don't know who he is, I didn't know who he is either, but that's my motivation, man. Even today, I wasn't even gonna come out, man. I came out, it was kind of cold, and I was like, I came out halfway. My foot was out halfway, half in the door, half out the door, the front door, you know. So I was like, I don't know. And then even I packed everything, and I was like, the wind was blowing because I was sitting in the shade in the carport, and I was like, I don't know, man, you know. So last video on Sunday, because today's Tuesday. Yesterday, Monday, I go to dialysis. So I thought it was in the East Coast somewhere, you know. That's why I thought it was 3 hours, because we started at 3 in my last video. So I thought it was 6 o'clock, because it's supposed to start like 6:30 or something, the game. But then I remember this guy and his son was jogging last time, and then I was packing up and everything, and he was like, hey Dad, the game is starting. And I was like, oh shit. So I remember it was in New Orleans, right? So I packed everything up, I went there. The game already started, the Super Bowl 59 already started like 4 minutes or something. And I was like, cool, you know? Because I usually I don't really watch sports, you know what I mean? I only watch, like, I guess the Super Bowl once in a while, like this one just happens. So I was like, cool, you know. I know I was like, my other videos I was talking shit about jocks, you know. I was talking about jocks because, when I was going to high school, they hated us, you know. They would call us like drug addicts and shit, pot smokers and all that shit and whatever. They have like a lot of back then, like those gothic girls and everything, they would sit on like the curbs, you know, like called curb diggers, and those are the people I would hang out with, you know. I go sit over there with them, and they'd be doing their thing, you know, wearing all black, and you know what I mean, like all depressed, whatever, looking, have like fucking social distortion shirt on and shit like that, right? With like neck shit with, locks and shit and razor blades and on their necklace, eyeshadows and black hair, everything black nails. Anyway, those were like the misfits, you know. But that's what skateboarding was to me, Those were the people I can hang out with, I mean, not hang out, but relate to, right? Because everyone's just chill. There's no politics, no judgment, no nothing, you know what I mean? You come as you are. And the jocks would like, they, especially when you're by yourself, they would chase you and shit. So that's how I was talking about jocks, See, there's a difference between jocks and athletes, you know what I mean? Like Jalen Hurts, he's an athlete, right? So anyway, yeah, we're finally gonna get into the story. So Bruce Lee has always been my motivation, always, But lately, I needed something new, you know what I mean, to motivate myself to come out and ride my skateboard. Because usually, I would lift this right here. I would lift this like 30 times, right? And I would lift this one like 20 times. So in the end, I usually do 30 of those and then 20 of those. But the last video, I didn't do it, because I was all tired and lazy and not motivated, So the thing is, God brought me to go watch that Super Bowl because, everybody was betting for the Kansas Chiefs, right? And but then I was looking, I was like, oh yeah, they threw the game. First quarter was like they didn't score shit, and the first half of the game, beginning is like they got 0 to 20. You know what I mean? Then I don't know. I think in the end of the game, the interviewer was asking about like how he got benched in 2018. Asked Jalen, and I was like, oh, what the hell does that mean? He got benched, right? So then yesterday in the morning, I got up kind of early because I don't know. Remember I was telling you last video I was all like sleeping till 1 o'clock and shit. I was like tired, So yesterday I got up early, and then I got the TV on, and I was thinking, So I usually put on the news, the Fox News and all that shit. Watch like the Fulcrum, or not the Fulcrum, the Fountainer or whatever that lady's name is. Or like the morning and news, whatever. Then I was like, oh, I remember they're saying something about, Jalen being benched, right? So I typed it in on YouTube, and then it had like the Jalen Hurts story, I was watching that. I was watching a couple of them, before I had to go dialysis, because my dialysis was at 12 o'clock. So I was watching, and then they said that his dad was a coach, at his high school, and his dad was saying like he gave everybody, on the team the same pep talk, same motivation. But the difference is Jalen, he's a hard worker, man. He graduated like at 17, and then he went to Alabama, college. To play football there, and they didn't really show him work out that much. It's more of like the football stories. But the little bit that I got from him was, he would he could bench press like 500 pounds. So he's like a running back and a quarterback together. You know what I mean? Like he got legs and he's got arms, right? I mean, he doesn't have the best arms because he didn't really build his body to just throwing the ball. He built his body for like overall, which bring me back to Bruce Lee. Like in one of Bruce Lee's interview, he was saying, hey, if you go out to the street to fight, you gotta train every little part of your body, man, from your fingertips all the way to your chest, to your neck, to your head, everything. You gotta be ready for everything, so you gotta train everything. Train your whole body, which takes a lot to train your whole body. And like I just want to get my arm strong a little bit, so when I fall, I can catch myself and not break my wrist or break any, stuff like that. So that motivated me a lot because, he trained, so it reminds me of like Bruce Lee, you know what I mean? Like he trained hard. And his friends even saying sometimes after he plays the game, he goes back to hit the gym. Like he goes back and work out after the gym. So that reminds me of like when I'm done, doing my little thing that I do. I need to stick with my lifting thing. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get any stronger. So yeah, that was the little bit of a workout that he does. You know what I mean? That inspired me a lot. Like that really motivated me. And another thing too was, so in his career, he went to Alabama, right? Sophomore, he played pretty good. And then his, not sophomore, the first year, freshman, I guess. Freshman. And then the second year in Alabama, like towards the beginning of the game, he couldn't, he kept messing up with his throw and everything, and interceptions and all that. So they tapped him out. That's when they said they benched him in 2018. So they benched him. They brought in this Hawaiian guy named what's his name? Tagavaleo or something like that. Loa. Tagaveloa. I think that's his name. His name's Lua. Lua. Lua, I think his first name. Anyway, they brought that Hawaiian guy in, quarterback, to replace him. So the whole year, in his second year in college, he never got to play. They benched him the whole time. So the way he sees this is like a learning experience. You know what I mean? Like he would take that and learn from how to get better. You know what I mean? How to be better. Ooh, it's getting cold. Hold on. Put my sweatshirt on. It's getting cold. So then in year 3, before the third year, like all these, ESPN, all these, like sports commentator, they were saying that he's not gonna come back to that school again. You know what I mean? Saying, oh yeah, he's like, if I was him, I'd go to another school, because I'm not playing or anything like that. So then he came and in front of the camera said, no, I promised the coach that I would stay. So third year he stayed, and then that quarterback he hurt himself, right? He hurt his ankle. So then he brought him in, So he brought him in, and then I don't know why. This whole place, like on the other side and shit. I don't know where they have to walk right here where my shit is, Crazy. It's like the other day, that guy, he went over there and fucking sat over there, smoking pot, trying to make my video. I'm just too cool, You know what I mean? Everybody wants to be around me. Anyway, so third year, he was like, all right. So he put him in because the other quarterback got hurt, the Hawaiian, guy, quarterback. And then his last year in college, he transferred to Oklahoma. He played 3 years in Alabama, and then he went to Oklahoma his fourth year. And he promised the coach that he'd bring a championship, But in the end, they lost, so he felt bad. He was like, oh man, He says only bad part is he can't get revenge, you know what I mean? Because that's his last year playing in college. So he didn't really set the world on fire, as a college player. So he's not the top, the top dog of the pick. So it came down to to getting drafted, you know what I mean? What's going on? It's all kinds of dogs right here. Fucking 3 dogs. Anyway, so when it comes to drafting, they draft like the Hawaiian guy. I think they drafted him, the second person to get drafted. So they drafted like 4 quarterbacks, and they were up to like number 26, And then after that, round 1 was over. It's like, fuck, you know, he didn't get picked. So then finally round 2, around number 60 or something like that. Yeah, he got picked for Philadelphia. And then you know, they were doing the story of those other 4 quarterbacks that got picked before him. You know, the video. Yeah, so those other 3, the first 3 pick, they didn't really go anywhere. You know what I mean? They didn't really do anything, you know, super impressive. And then the 4th guy, he was like still, what do you call it? Second string. You know, he wasn't even picked as a first string. I mean, all these guys were picked as second string, but the first 3, they got, you know, at least to play mostly in the first string. But the last guy, he didn't even get to play, you know what I mean? The 4th, the 4th guy didn't even get to pick. I mean, I'm not very good at, you know, this shit, you know. It's not my thing, but the whole thing is, and in 2000, what was that? Whatever number 57 is, because this one's number 59, Super Bowl. 57 Super Bowl, they're playing against the Kansas Chiefs, and they barely lost, man. They went, I think, what, they go overtime and shit or whatever. Yeah, so he barely lost, man. So he was like, yeah. They finished the one when he was in college, 4th year. I don't think I did because I got interrupted with this shit. It's hard when people fucking walking and shit around, you know what I mean? Trying to tell stories. I don't want to be like sitting there staring at me telling a story, you know? Yeah, let's go back to Oklahoma. So he promised the you know, he's gonna win the championship, but he didn't. And he's like, yeah, you know, usually he would like go back and think about like how to come back. But the problem is, since it was the 4th year, the last year, he's not gonna be able to play college football anymore. So that's the sad part, that he can't like come back, you know what I mean? Like make a revenge of like, not revenge as in killing people, but you know, make a comeback, like go off season, train and get better and you know, come back. And it showed, because in the 57th Super Bowl, he lost, right? Not him, but the team lost. And then this past Sunday, as you can see, like he never like make different facial, you know. His facial is always the same. He never make any here comes a fucking guy with the dog again. Never make any like different facials. And the commentator was like, oh, did he crack a smile? I think he cracked a smile. He's like, nah, I just want to be with my family. And I think his daughter was there and his wife was there. And then alright, I'll turn it off real quick. This fucking guy's coming around again. So yeah, man, like they were like, oh, did he crack a smile? Because it doesn't show any facial, you know what I mean? Like facial shit, like he's just like a poker face. Poker face. Anyway, I'm very happy, man, to see his story. You know, that's my new motivation. So yeah, so that's it, man. For now, don't worry, there'll be more stories. But that's pretty much the video. I mean the story of Jalen Hurts. You know, those that come here to watch what I got to say about him. That's it. Otherwise, we can go back to the usual. We can go roll around and do our bullshit. That was tough. Alright, YouTube. That's another short one today, man. I don't know, it's getting kind of too cold for me. You know? It looks warm, but it's cold, you know, for me. Anyway, go out and see your loved ones and your family. The dead do not need anything. Always keep on rolling. Running water don't go stale, alright? You'll see me have fun, you see me quit. I'll be keeping the underground lit for you and me, alright? Enjoy. So I'm gonna do my 30 and my 20. We'll call it an end of the video. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Do 20 this one. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You ever see people when they lift, right? Or the power lift, and then they just like drop the weight, you know? That's so stupid. You know what I mean? Like, they go like this. You know what I mean? It's so stupid, man. Shit like... should be like... That's the proper way to do it. Alright, I'm out. See you next time. Probably not till Saturday. It's gonna rain tomorrow and Thursday. So we get like 3 days off. Hopefully I get something done, right? Saturday. Never know.